Today's topic is one that has become quite prevalent in a challenge that I'm running among my community. A challenge to know and love thyself. And one of the biggest parts of knowing and loving thyself is trusting yourself. So let me ask you, do you trust yourself? If you're seeing this video, amazing, because your awareness is shifting. There's a part of you asking, what can I trust? I'm ready to evolve. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to open. I'm ready to trust. Hello and welcome to this week's video. I hope that you are having an incredible day. I'm Roseanna and I'm a Jungian and spiritual life coach, here to help you consciously create a life that you are head over heels in love with. Today's topic is one that has become quite prevalent in a challenge that I'm running among my community. A challenge to know and love thyself. And one of the biggest parts of knowing and loving thyself is trusting yourself. So let me ask you, do you trust yourself wholeheartedly, completely, to make the right decisions, to take the actions, to trust that you are living the path that you're supposed to be living, that you're going where you're supposed to be going, that you're aligned with your soul totally? Because so many people find it so hard to trust themselves. So many people find it hard to trust that they're on the right path, trust that they're making the right decisions, trust that they are in the right relationship, have the right friends, in the right career. But when you're consciously creating a life that you love, when you want to change your life and make changes in your life so that you can enjoy it more, so that you can be in a place within yourself where you feel peace, love, joy, abundance, and that's reflected back to you, you have to be bold, you have to be courageous, you have to open, you have to be able to open yourself to life, to a higher energy, to guidance, to support from seen and unseen forces. You need to trust. But we're human and we have egos. We have a protective mechanism that tries to keep us safe. So we find it hard to trust because we have an ego that is trying to control every outcome, worry about the past, worry about the future, keeping you anywhere apart from in this present moment, because it's constantly looking for the next problem to solve. So why would a mechanism that, until you're aware of it, is controlling your life, why would a part of your psyche trust when it feels like it is constantly seeking danger? Your ego is trying to protect you from experiences that it doesn't feel safe. So as you're growing up, your ego creates an identity, a persona, and it creates protective mechanisms within your psyche to keep you safe from harm, from being hurt. And these days that hurt isn't the predator that might kill you and eat you. It is being left out from the tribe. It is being abandoned by those that love you. It is being having no money and like being in a state of survival. So your ego is trying to keep you safe in the ways that it knows how. And until you're aware of the ego, until you're aware of your shadow, until you're aware of your unconscious patterns, behaviors, emotions, habits, until you're aware of all of this that is running your life, that's what you believe that you have to trust. So why would you trust yourself if you're constantly being run by fear, because that's what's going to keep you safe? Why would you trust something higher? Why would you trust that everything's going to work out if you have a part of your mind that's telling you that you need to keep constantly looking over your shoulder? The ego doesn't want you to feel the pain of heartache, so it might build a wall around your heart. It might close you off from others. Leave before you're left. It doesn't want to feel the pain of poverty, so you might then be programmed to work so hard and place all of your value and in money and do everything to earn money, so you don't have to experience the scarcity and the poverty that maybe you once did before. But how does that close you off from life? I think if you're seeing this video, amazing, because your awareness is shifting. There's a part of you asking, what can I trust? I'm ready to evolve. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to open. I'm ready to trust. So how can I look at my ego's protective mechanism in a new way, so that I can see the parts of myself that need to be seen, that are crying to be seen, and address them and nourish them and let them know that it's okay, and that we can trust life, because the universe wants you to win, and you are one with the universe. You are one with the energy that created this universe. You have that universal life force energy within you. So why would the universe, which you are not separate from, the creator, source, consciousness, why would it want you to fail? Why would it want you to feel like you can't trust? It doesn't. It wants you to win. It wants you to succeed. So you're being called to step up, to evolve, to ask these questions, to look at the parts of yourself that maybe you don't trust, to look at the parts of yourself that have created a mechanism to keep you safe. How does the ego try and keep you safe? It might sabotage you consciously or unconsciously to keep you safe. So it consciously might make you procrastinate so that you don't make the next move. It might make in your business or in your career or even in your relationships. Unconsciously, it can be quite tricky. So it might do something that you didn't think of, like it might attract a certain situation into your life so that it kind of blows things up a little bit and things might go a little bit messy. So because ultimately it's trying to protect you from experiencing pain or suffering or something unknown. It's trying to protect you from something unknown. And anything that isn't related to your past experiences, to how you were brought up, to what you've experienced it previously in money, relationship, in your health, anything outside of that is unknown, so it's going to try and keep you safe. It's going to try and control every outcome. Like constantly looking over its shoulder, constantly worrying about the past, worrying about the future. And it might hide you away so that you can't be seen. It might, if you're looking at beginning dating and maybe you have had your heart broken one too many times, a very basic example, but you may have had your heart broken one too many times, so you don't trust relationships, you don't trust people, you don't trust life, so you might go on the dating apps and you might fill in your profile and put all your pretty pictures up, but if your ego is trying to protect you from heartache, you're not going to be seen. If it's trying to protect you from finding the love of your life because it's unknown, you might not be seen. It might try and hide you away. So these things can happen like with a bit more obviously with your awareness, or it can happen without it, and you could be going, why am I just not finding anybody? I knew that I would never meet the love of my life. So you then keep on backing up the stories that then keep on backing up this distrust for yourself, distrust for life. But in order to consciously create a life that you love, to step outside of these old paradigms, to create a new future rather than one based on your past experiences, you're going to have to be bold. You're going to have to challenge the ego and its trust issues. You're going to have to learn to trust. So like I said, the universe wants you to win. If you can't necessarily trust the ego's decisions and the ego's perspective, what can you trust? Well, you're being called to find that deeper part of you, that powerful part of you that is connected to source, that is one with the all that is rooting for you, and that is the reason that you're manifest here in this life today, because it wants to experience an incredible life through you. It wants to experience life through you. So can you trust that force, that it's taking you exactly where you need to be because it wants to experience life through you? This consciousness, that is the true you, the higher self, the true self, the part of you that isn't controlled by fear, but it is love. It is heart opening love. It is an energy that makes the flowers bloom, the leaves fall off the trees, the blossom come back to the trees, and it makes the whole of nature, the whole of universe run, that flows through you. So can you trust that? Can you trust that the summer always comes after the spring? Ironic, because I'm wearing a woolly jumper in June, but can you trust that no matter what, tomorrow always comes? And on this journey of personal and spiritual development, you are on growth and ascension, evolution, transformation, metamorphosis. You are being called to trust in a higher power, and that higher power resides within you. It is the point of your spiritual awakening to connect to your higher power, to make decisions from your higher power, to live life from your higher power. And when you're able to do this, every time that you connect to that higher power, every time that you see your ego's fears, you see your past patterns, paradigms, every time you see these and love these and accept these and give them what they need, they want to be seen. Every time you give them what they need, they are able to release, and you're able to lean into trust a little bit more. And then you're able to surrender for the magic that life has for you a little bit more. Every time you trust, every time you surrender, every time you dare to be open, magic happens, amazing things happen, opportunities come, possibilities come. You might just suddenly match the love of your life on a dating app, when before it's been unhealthy relationships, emotionally unavailable people. You might just, if you can just trust that whisper a little bit, and the more you trust, the more whispers will come, the more intuitive nudges you will receive, and the more guidance that is there for you, trust, support, guidance from seen and unseen forces. The universe really does have your back. So by connecting to this higher power, the higher self, the all that is, understanding that is a part of you, that's what you're being asked to trust. You don't need to trust the ego. You don't need to trust yourself. You need to trust in life. Trust in the higher self. This is easier said than done. I understand. But the more you get to know who you are in truth, the more support you will receive, because the more you know the power of who you are. And over time, your subconscious begins to shift and amazing things begin to happen. And all of a sudden, you're consciously creating a life that you're head over heels in love with, designed in collaboration by you and life, by the true you and life. And isn't that fucking magical? If you are struggling to trust and you want to understand this higher power, I have an extremely powerful meditation that people absolutely love. The people who have used it have seen such profound symbolism, guidance, shifts just from this 10-minute meditation. And the link is in the description below so that you can download it and use it too. If you want to connect to your higher self, connect to the power that's within you, I recommend you go and do it. And then there'll be a few emails that follow that take you deeper into this journey should you wish to go there. I hope that this video has helped you. If you're on a journey of learning how to trust, which I believe we all are in our own way, then lean into it. Question your trust issues, question your patterns, look at where you don't trust, where you haven't trusted people, experiences, life, yourself, and how can you trust a little bit more. I hope that you have a beautiful day. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up so that I know you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all of my latest content.